Hey guys, it's your least favourite Amethyst YouTuber, Amethyst Animations. If you're watching this, then you probably know that recently I made a video ranking 50 object shows, and it's safe to say that not many of you agreed with me on my picks, and I guess I've given in to your complaints, so that's why I'm making this video. And so I'm kind of just going to use this video to go over some takes that I now disagree with, or that you guys have convinced me that other shows are better. And what better way to start it off with my pick for the worst last time, Object Mayhem. So I rewatched the show and I realised I was being a little harsh on it. I still absolutely hate it, but it's not as worse as two other shows that I'm going to put below it. Being Battle of Balls for its overall boringness and lack of originality, plus not the best animation or voice acting. And Level Up 2 for having some really weird and controversial characters, plus some of the episodes feeling a bit off, and some wasted characters. Fight of Recommended Characters is another show I should have put higher. I only watched one episode before deciding the ranking, and the second one is definitely an improvement. I like to see more of the show, although it still does have some of the problems like weird asset designs and not enough content to really put it as high as some other shows. Abe is one that I know some people were unhappy with my ranking of, but you know what? I'm sticking to it. I still have the same opinions of the show. I don't like the humor, or the animation, or the background, and even though it's impressive for a PowerPoint show, it's not impressive as a show itself. Object Overload was one that I had no idea why I had put that low in my ranking. I've decided to move it up about 6 spots in my ranking, making it on the level of the Daily Object Show and Exford. I guess me not having watched it for a while probably added to why it was so low. I rewatched it again and it's still really good and holds up to this day. We split with one that I didn't see anyone complaining about, which was surprising. I put it in the lower half of the ranking, but I feel like moving it up a few places, mainly because of the Lava Trilogy and how much of an impact it made on the Object Show community. It was the show that kind of made the Object Show genre so popular. Back to another BFDI season. I'd like to split BFDIA into 2 parts for this. I feel like both have become very different as they really didn't know what BFDIA was when they brought it back. I'm going to give Pre-Hiatus the 11th spot, which is a roundabout Brawl of the Objects and CFMOT. I preferred its edgier and more serious style to the new BFDIA's random equals funny style. And even though episodes like 1 and 3 are pretty bad, it's completely carried by BFDIA 5. I do not like BFDIA post-hiatus. It seems like they didn't know what they were doing when they brought it back, and it just failed, especially episodes like 9, which seems so light even though it's probably one of the worst episodes in the entire series for me. I might make a whole analysis video on why I hate episode 9. I'd put it at around about 33rd, which was on the level of BFB post-split. Not good. A lot of people weren't happy that Zero was lower than shows like Zero, Burger Brawl, and Village of Objects, which I understand, but I feel like that's just kind of because it's the big object show. Village of Objects has much better storytelling, and Burger Brawl has much better humor, and then Zero has Zero sings better, and I can totally understand that, but I feel like until Teapot proves that it's going to be a good show, it's going to stay as is. A few people didn't really understand why I had Moss so high, which is understandable. Maybe it's 2 episodes don't make it deserving of top 4 ranking, so I'd say maybe around 7th is a good ranking for it. I'm sure if the show wasn't cancelled, it could easily be like a top 2 show. The final show I'll be talking about here is IDFB, which a lot of people really didn't understand why it was a top 3 show. And looking back, I definitely overrated it. It's only got one 10-minute episode, which definitely doesn't make it deserving of its high ranking. It's still good though, so I'll rank it about the top 15 spots. Still not top 3 though. Well, I hope that's cleared out some stuff, and some of you are less mad at me than before. Remember, all of this is still my opinion, and I'm not saying any of this is official. Still, respect all the creators who managed to find the time to create an object show. And even if you like a show that I don't like Object Mayhem or Level Up, I'm still fine with that. Enjoy what you want. And before I end off this video, I'm going to be reading some of your comments. Yeah. I'm sorry, but Object Mayhem being in last is a bit of a stretch. Sure, it's a bit boring, but there are far worse object shows than that. Cough cough, Object Track. Yeah, after I saw this comment, I watched Object Track, and yeah, that's pretty garbage, worse than Object Mayhem. Still, I've explained Object Mayhem in this video and that video, so I'm still keeping it as is.
I love you. Just said right.
Why did you rank joke shows as if they were meant to be regular shows? They're meant to be bad. Yeah, that's true. I probably shouldn't have added them to this list. Although I was running out of object shows to add, so that's why I added them. Where would you rank Object Terror?
It sucks. Period.
So I guess that's it. You can have your opinions and all, and I can have mine. And so I hope that's cleared things up.
But just to let you know, you will never be as good as Shape World.
I'm so hungry. As hungry as Garfield. Looks like I'm gonna be eating a triangle.